Hello everyone, I'm Chris and I am the Camping Stitcher here on YouTube and Instagram, and I am back for Flosstube number 13. It's Sunday, October 9th, 2022, and it's been about a little over 2 weeks since my last video. Oh, I'm trying not to say Anyway, I want to welcome you if you're new here. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you see. And if you're returning, thank you for coming back and sticking with me. I really appreciate it. I want to just say I am thinking about everyone who has been in the path of Hurricane Ian. Ian. I have family in Florida that they're okay, but they've lost everything. And, I know a lot of people have, so I just want to say my thoughts are with everybody who's suffered from the hurricane and have to rebuild, or even, worst case scenario. I just can't even wrap my head around it. So thinking of everybody, just want to say that. Also, I just want to say thank you to everyone for your nice comments and your questions. And a lot of people have said they like the campfire story, so I will have another one at the end of this video, but I'll let you know in case you don't want to stick around for that. I think I have a lot to talk about, but I always think I have a lot to talk about, and I zoom through it, even with all my umming, which should slow me down, you would think, but it doesn't. So I have some finish. I have quite a few new starts. I have some Stitchy kindness. I have some haul. I have some everything. So let's get on with the show. I had one FO. I had shown you I was kind of in the home stretch with Harriet Goddard. I think it's Harriet Goddard 1817. Yes, by Hands Across the Sea samplers. And I used Vicki Clayton silks for this. They are really nice to work with. I stitched it on 36 count cream Zweigart, which I really loved working with. And I finished it. So here she is. She's kind of big. Well, she's not big. She's just long and narrow. Really, really pretty silks. I just love the way they look on this linen. I even did the 1/1. There's a little bit of 1/1 right there. That's it as far as the 1/1. But the colors of these silks are just, they're really pretty. I really enjoyed working with them. I'm probably going to order some more. I did use her silk for the Salem Sisters finish I had last time. I showed that in my last Flosstube. They're just so nice to work with. Highly recommend. So that was my FO. So, of course, I finished something and I had to immediately start 3 things, because that's the way my brain works, apparently. Before I get to that, I just wanted to I thought maybe I'd show some prior finishes since we're into fall now and I decorated a little bit for fall. I have 2 finishes that I did prior, and I just wanted to show them because I know I could show a picture of them, but this is Autumn Leaves by the Prairie Schooler, and I finished this, I'm not sure when, probably 2021, I think. Anyway, doesn't matter when I finished it, but I stitched it on 28 count Monaco that I coffee tea dyed. I watched Priscilla and Chelsea Stitching with the Housewives, and they have a video on how to do that, and it's popular. It's not hard to do, but I had some white Monaco, so I did that. I like the way the coffee tea just ages the fabric a little bit, but I used DMC floss, and it's 2/2, and I don't really like stitching 2/2, but on Prairie Schoolers It just looks so nice. And I finished it on some sticky board. And I had one of these wood trays. It was probably from Hobby Lobby. I'm not really, the sticker's not on the back anymore. But I just stained it with some, I think it was walnut stain. And I had these wooden leaves that I bought probably at Michael's. And they were already stained and I just glued them on. So I think it makes a nice little display. And I really like that one. Just love that black cat. So that was one of my fall items. Another one, I'll just show two today, is Mighty Acorns. And this is from Blackbird Designs. I think it was in one of their books. I'll have to look it up, and I'll put it in the description box, what book it's in. I can't remember offhand. But I did this on 36 count vintage country mocha. And I used the called for floss. And my husband made the frame for me. It's just lightly stained. I think, I want to say it's maple. I can ask him. But I sometimes get him to make frames for me when he has the time. But I love how this came out. And I have the date on this, so 2021. Look at me. But I just, Blackbird Designs, you can't go wrong. Their designs are so pretty, and they don't really take that long. I think it came out pretty good. So happy with those. That's part of my fall display. I have some others that I'll show you. Some Halloween that I'll show you in about 2 weeks when I do my next Flosstube. So those are prior finishes. I have a whole note thing here that so far, just want to let you know, haven't stuck to it. Why make the notes? But anyway, this is my book of days, and I had 2 new starts. So I did start, well, actually, I think I started Butternut House after I talked to you too. Yep, I did. So I've had 3 new starts since the last Flosstube. And I asked for your opinions on what I should start. And somebody, I think it was Sandra. Sandra left a comment and said, start both of them. So I was like, no, I can't do that. And then I did. Because why not? That's the Stitchosophy. Either they're still sitting here, they're separate, or they're here together and started. So it doesn't matter to me. I don't want a ton of whips, but I haven't even gotten up to the 22 I said I'd allow myself in 2022, so I'm okay with it. But I did start, this is Stacey Nash, Butternut House, so glary. And I am using, I think I'm using all the called for on this. Yes. Stacey Nash. Let me just check my notes so I can give you the fabric I use. Yes, okay. So I am using 36 count Up in the Attic by Fox and Rabbit. And this is what I have so far. Let me just get my backer board. Did I show that to you backwards? Isn't that funny? Gosh. Anyway. I love this linen. It's so pretty. I'm using Up in the Attic, and I'm using all the called for, but see this yellow here? That was a different, it was supposed to be 38/28, and because I'm using this color fabric, it really didn't show up, the 38/28. So I just switched it out for the 680, DMC 680 that was in here, and it's 680 is on the house. So I thought, well, the only place that color was in the numbers. So I thought, well, I'm just going to switch it out for the house yellow, and it will kind of go together. So that's my start on Butternut House Pen Keep by Stacey Nash. And then, of course, because Sandra was talking in the back of my head. Thank you, Sandra. I didn't really need the encouragement, but since you said it, I ran with it. I started October's Party, which is so cute. It's by Little House Needleworks. This is it. And it says, October gave a party, the leaves by hundreds came, the chestnuts, oaks, and maples, and leaves of every name. The sunshine spread a carpet, and everything was grand. Miss Weather led the dancing, Professor Win the band. This is so cute. So I am using, this is 36 count marbled pointer by XJU Designs. Such a pretty color. And that's where I am so far. It's really, I letters go fast, but I was really getting lettered out. So that led to my next start, which also has letters, but it's not as bad. But I'm pretty far along with that. And I had to wait for some colors to come in from 123 Stitch, so now I can get on to finish that. But then of course I had a third start, why not, which was Blackbird Designs Casting a Spell. And this is a stitch along with Stitchy Linda, Finally a Farm Girl. I think Sweet Chaos is doing this, and Sweetwater Stitcher Jessica is doing this. And a bunch of other people are doing it. I've had the box for over a year. I bought the pattern at Keepsakes when we were at Keepsakes a year ago past summer. And I don't know why, I just was like, oh, this is going to be so much work. Because it's really gone really, really fast. I started it the other day. And I have finished that motif. There are 10 that go in the box. This one? I'm trying to hold these over in the center. The camera's over there and I keep looking at the red dot. This one, oops, sorry. Little birds in the pumpkin, so cute. And this one is a mirror image of the other one. And I've got them laid out on my fabric, so I'm starting the second piece that I think is mounted on a Jello box, but I don't really think I'm going to do the Jello box. So I think I'm going to I think Chrissy, Finally a Farm Girl, is making them into pillows, or made them into pillows, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I have to tell you though, this is 30 count Weeks Gray, and it's the old Weeks, which I don't know, like, how is it even existing? Use 2/2. And these are the threads. Now, notice, if you will, this is all the pumpkin pie I have left. And I really hope that I make it, because there's a little bit of pumpkin pie in here, and there's a little bit in here. And I think I will make it, but that whole skein is going to be done. I mean, I only have like a few links left. That's it. That's it for pumpkin pie. The dark chocolate, it's really, it's a thread hog. It's really eating it up. So I've been working on that. I probably won't work on that anymore today, because I'll be working on my grandson's stocking, which is coming along nicely. One other thing I was working on was the Strawberry Manor Sal by Teresa Kogut. The next section came out for September, and before October comes, I wanted to get some of that stitched at least. So this is where I am. I did, whoopsie, this area down here. This tree, the heart, the squirrel, the flower, and part of the berry jug bowl. And then the rest of this border here. I just love those sheep. Aren't they cute? So this is part of her tier 4 on her Patreon. I am a patron. So that level, you can join at different levels and they're different amounts of money. That level I think is, it's $20 for the tier 4. And you get, I want to say at least 3 patterns. And you get this Mystery Sal. She puts it out, I think the next part comes out on the 15th of October. And she gives you coloring pages, and there's live videos and meetups, and it's really such an awesome thing to join. I'm really happy I did that. You can't possibly get 3 of her patterns for $20. I mean, she did have the October ones came out, but I haven't printed them out yet, so I'll probably show them to you next time. But those are my whips. I did work on a few other things. I just pulled out ES Spot Sampler, and this is on 36 count flannel flower from Fox and Rabbit, and I was just working a little bit on the star, kind of fiddling around. When I got tired of doing all the letters, I grabbed this, and I grabbed Caroline Page. I did a little bit on her over here. And this is also Marbled Pointer by XJU Designs. This is the other piece of that Marbled Pointer. That is pretty much what I've been working on. I had some amazing gifts sent to me by some of my Stitchy friends. The generosity is just, you can't even, there are no words. But Susan, and like people send you stuff, they ask you if they can send you stuff, and you're like, that's not why I do this. But she heard me mention that I had a roller frame, and I liked roller frames, and she was going to thrift her roller frames, and she asked if she could send them to me, and I said I would love that, and she did, and I had no idea when she sent them what she meant. But Susan, these are the frames. And I have I'm using one of them for the ES Spot Sampler. Holy moly. And the cross pieces. I'm sorry, bending out of screen. And I have no words. Thank you, Susan. That was so generous, and what an amazing gift. Just such kindness. And then my friend Lorraine, she's on Instagram. She's from Heart to Hand, or I always mix that up. I'll put her in the drop-down box. She's asked me if she could send me some charts, and I said sure. She said I could keep some and use some for giveaways, and oh my goodness, Lorraine, I just thank you. I just floored. I've been looking through these all week, and I will be using some of them as giveaways. Some of them I will stitch and then give away. Just amazing. Pineberry Lane, Primrose Cottage, Bent Creek. I just thank you so much, Lorraine. I hope to pay it forward by being able to give some, have some giveaways and share the generosity that people have shown me. That is just, I'm just grateful. Thank you both so much. That was such happy mail. So, okay. So look at 19 minutes. I thought I had like tons of stuff to tell you guys. No, I have some haul, and I have some plans, and then let me just check my notes and make sure I didn't skip anything, because I wanted to tell you guys. I showed you my prior finishes. Oh, I did have a question, and I had a question about if I kept my finishes out all year from Karen, she asked. And I keep my like non-seasonal stuff out, and my big samplers, they're hanging on my wall. Uh, I'll try to take some pictures. My seasonal stuff I kind of spread out around the house, and I have a Hoosier cabinet that I put a lot of my seasonal stuff in, and I decorate it for it's decorated for fall and Halloween. But the big stuff I'll keep out all year, sure. Um, oh, and Regaza, she asked what I stitched Sarah Fletcher on, and it is on 36 count Thornfield from Needle and Flax. Those are the questions I had from last Flosstube, and you guys were so kind and so nice with your comments on my campfire story about the owls. So many of you shared your stories. So, if you watch my Flosstube, go read the comments. People are sharing, and it's just, this is why, one of the reasons why I enjoy doing this is we get to know each other and we share our similar stories in our lives, and that's kind of cool. I don't share a lot about, my family and work. I kind of keep that private, especially work. I'm not really, because I work in education and we're really not supposed to share. So, I mean, there's laws. You don't want to break them, but, I enjoy what I do, but I'm hoping someday soon, don't know how soon, to retire. I'm tired. I've been doing it for a long time. But anyway, back to Flosstubers I've watched lately. Let me share that. So, new Flosstubers I was watching C Zook Stitches. It's CZOOK Stitches. I was watching Jen Stitching Niche, and she mentioned her, and I was watching some of her Flosstubes, and she mentioned a new Flosstuber, In Stitches with Lisa and Alishia. They have one Flosstube out, and they are so funny, and they have so much to show. Go check them out. They're new. Let's, support. I mean, you guys have done such a great job supporting me. I just want to share that support. Let's go give them some love over there. Who else have I watched? Oh, Cornhusker State Stitchers. Exciting. They opened up an Etsy shop. They're going to be selling stitching and quilting supplies. Go watch their latest video. It gives, and I'll share the link down below for their Etsy shop. So yeah, I'm so excited to see them do that. I can't wait. I'm just like, I need to order from them. But congratulations to them, Terry and Jamie. Good luck. I know you guys will do well. You have so much to share. I love your Flosstube. Oh, speaking of Cornhusker State Stitchers, I told you guys I was going to start this, and they're doing a Sal. So, Christmas rules, right side up. This is going to be a stitch along and starting on the 29th, and they're going to section it off. I'm going to probably do it as a start along because you know how I get. I just get really super focused and kind of obsessed. Yeah, that probably is the correct word for it. But they are going to start this, so check out their latest Flosstube. They're starting it on the 29th, and we can get it done for Christmas. And I will be able to swap out this, if I finish it the same way, on that fence post that my husband made for me. So I'll be able to have some seasonal things like that to swap out. Love Primrose Cottage stitches. They are one of my favorites, especially for holidays. They're awesome. Okay. So, what else? Plans are, I have painted the box for casting a spell, and I have to get the wax for it. I think my husband probably has brie wax, but you guys, that stuff is expensive. Like $20 for a jar of wax. I'm like, why? But he's probably got it downstairs, and I don't even know it. He's probably got a collection of brie wax downstairs. But has anybody that has done the box for casting a spell, have you waxed it? Is it, worth the the effort to do that, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you waxed it or you just kept it painted. I did order the soft black paint, and it kind of looks sort of brownish to me. So maybe the wax is what makes it look a little darker and richer. So now we're up to haul. And I do have a few things. I'm trying to take it easy on the haul because I'm going up to Hobby House. So I want to be able to have a little fun up there, you know, shopping. But I did get some. I got my fabric of the month from Fox and Rabbit, and this is hot chocolate. And oh, it is gorgeous. That's it right there. It's a little bit darker than that. I don't think the light is being kind to it, but I'm never leaving this club. Unless I love your fabric. It's never gonna happen. But I also got, and maybe you guys can help me with this, because you know, you watch Flosstube and somebody says, oh, this is coming out in such and such a time, and it's stitched on such and such, and you go ahead and you order the fabric just so you could be ready for when the chart comes out, and then you can order the chart. And I usually write stuff down, and for some reason I didn't write it down. So I have ordered and received 36 count Steinbeck from Needle and Flax. And if you could just remind me what I ordered this for, because I know it's for a chart. I think it's a sampler, and I think it's coming out soon, or if it's probably out already, because I can't remember what it was for, and I never do this. I usually write in my book of days, I ordered something, what I ordered it for, and then I can go back and say, because my memory stinks. But yeah, yep, got it, ordered it, I'm ready. I don't know what I'm ready for. What the hell? Anyway, that beautiful fabric, love it. Rachel's fabric is awesome. I did finally bite the bullet and order the charts I wanted from Country Stitches Online, which is Brenda Gervais' website. I ordered that one, Good Cheer, Joy and Good Cheer. I don't know, I hope it's not too reflecty. I'm sure you've seen it. I also ordered Be Thankful, because so cute. And of course, I had to order A Witch in Her Garden. Now, I don't know that I'm going to get to this year, but I know Finally a Farm Girl, I think this was her birthday start for her birthday stitch along. So, you know, it's so cute. Look at that pumpkin stem. Oh my gosh. And two things that I ordered from Amazon, which I'll link them below. They are affiliate links, but I mean, they don't cost you anything. And if you don't want to click the link, don't. It's no big deal. But these were two in a package. And they're great they're mascara wands. They're great for when you, and everybody's been getting them in their goodie bags at retreats and stuff. So I just went and I looked them up. And so when you rip stuff out and you want to get it off your fabric, it's great to remove all the little threads and get your fabric back so it doesn't look like you have holes everywhere. It was two in a pack, and I think they were a little over $4. So I'll link them below. And I did show this in one of my Instagram photos, but it was a little set of a scissor with a scissor fob and a thimble. Now, I just showed the scissors. They're so cute. They're so cute. They're tiny little, and they're sharp. Good no. They're so sharp. These are, the box says Schweck, which I love. But just something, I don't want to take, I have my Kohanas, and I love them. But you know, collecting is part of this hobby, right? So those were my Amazon purchases. My husband will say, your daily Amazon package is here. And I'll say, your daily eBay package is here. And that's it for haul. I am still waiting on the homespun needlework group, the Scarlet House sampler. I know they were waiting on some of the classic colorworks overdyed, so hopefully that'll come to me soon, but it's not like I don't have anything to stitch. And I think that's about it for the cross stitch. My plans are to finish casting a spell, work on my grandson's stocking, and finish October's party. That I want to do. I want to try to get casting a spell in October's party definitely done by Halloween. And still steadily working on my grandson's stocking. I mean, I could show it to you, but I don't think you could tell like what I've done. And I don't do that. I can't yet put a picture in picture. I'll learn that. And then whatever else comes my way. You know, if you guys remember what I ordered that Steinbeck for, I'd really appreciate it. I'm sure one of you know why I ordered that fabric. I don't, but it would be great if you could tell me why I ordered it. I know it was for a project. I just hate when I do that. And I just usually, that's why I write stuff down. Okay, so now's the time where I'll tell the campfire story. So if you are not interested in that, I will see you next time. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share. If you want to share my videos, I'm just fine. Go ahead, do that. I really appreciate your support. And I will tell you this time's campfire story. We were up in Glacier in Montana. So we were camping in West Glacier. And my husband loves to go, I mean, I love to go for rides too, but he loves dirt roads. And some of them are you know, I don't mind them. I like them because you see things that you wouldn't normally see. And I just don't like it when, you know, they shake a kidney loose or something like that. Because we don't do that so much anymore because we have the RV and we don't tow a vehicle with us yet. But he loves dirt roads. So we were tootling around Glacier and they're, you know, going outside the park and driving up past the campgrounds. And we were on a dirt road, and there's a small little mercantile, and you're up there. You're close. You're in northwest Montana, so you're close. You're about 20 miles, 22 miles away from the Canadian border. So we were driving around, and we stumbled upon this little, I guess it's a little village or town, or it's Polebridge Mercantile. We had stopped there, and they have like a bakery, and they have a bar, they serve pizza, and it's just like this small little thing, and people, you would not believe how crowded it gets. And there's nothing around there. So we stopped for lunch, and then we headed up the dirt road that went past it, and we were headed up to a lake. I can't remember the name of the lake. I wish I could. I thought I knew it, and I was wrong. But anyway, we were in an area called Big Prairie, and we were driving on the dirt road, and we headed up, and we went to the lake, and we turned around and came back. And on the way back, all of a sudden, this black four-legged animal goes streaking across the dirt road in front of us. And I knew what it was, but I couldn't believe I was seeing it. And my husband yelled out, "Fox!" And I was like, "That's a wolf. That's not a fox." It was about a year old, from what the ranger told us, because we took some video. The fox ran across the road in front of our truck, and we were going slow, so there was no chance of us hitting it or injuring it or anything. But I have a little short video. It's a very bad video. When I say it's bad, it's like the dog is barking in the background and it's, shaky, but I'm going to post it at the end of this video. It was a black wolf, and it ran across the road. And then because our dog was barking and my husband's window was open, it turned around and looked at us like, "Are you serious? Are you serious? That dog is barking at me." It was awesome. It was like a once in a lifetime for us. I'm sure other people have seen lots of wolves when you live out there, but we got to the ranger station because you kind of have to go when you're driving through Big Prairie. You go out of the park and then you come back into the park, and there's a ranger station. And we went in and we were talking to the ranger for a little while, and he said, we had to fill out a report. They're keeping track of, at that time. This was in 2014. At that time, they were keeping track. I don't know if they still are, of all the wolf sightings in the park and out of the park, just to keep record of it. So we filled out a form, and we emailed them the video and showed them the pictures, and it's very neat. So that's our wolf story in Big Prairie, Montana, right outside of Pole Bridge, which is right outside of Glacier. Pole Bridge is not in the park, but beautiful area. The dirt road ends up in a campground on a lake, and it's so remote and backcountry. It's beautiful. So if you ever get a chance to wander around up there, the dirt road isn't too bad. It gets a little iffy towards the end, towards the lake, but I gotta tell you, there are people in there with small campers. I wouldn't take my camper on it, but people do. So you take it slow. It's just narrow. It can be, if they haven't gone in there and done any work on the road, it could be a little washed out and stuff. But it's a neat place. So that's the campfire story for this time, and I think that's it. I just haven't been doing much else but work and cross stitch, and housework and food shopping and all that other stuff. But oh, one other thing, I know I mentioned a little while ago, the floss winders that my husband make. He has a set of them made. He just has to finish them, and then we'll put them in the Etsy shop, and I'll let you guys know, because I know a couple of you asked me when he was going to get to that, and he's almost there. So, all right, that's it for this time. So I'll probably be back in about 2 weeks, and until then, take care, stay well. I hope you're doing okay. If you were affected by the weather, I hope you're okay and your families are okay. And I will catch you next time. And stitch away. Thanks. Bye.